I'm going to turn to yet another police killing. On Monday, over 100 people marched in downtown Manhattan protesting the recent police shooting of Korryn Gaines in Maryland. Police say they shot and killed her after she pointed a rifle at them. Her 5-year-old son was in the apartment with her and was injured in the gunfire. Police were at Gaines' apartment to execute an arrest warrant related to a traffic violation. We hear first from Jem Isaac of Why Accountability.
As women, yes, we must support each other. Korryn Gaines was a fearless, unapologetic Black woman.
What we did today is called People's Monday. For over a year and a half, the NYC Shut It Down crew has highlighted a victim of police murder. Unfortunately, today's focus was on Korryn Gaines. And as you know, she was murdered by a SWAT team over traffic tickets.
We must love and protect each other.
We must love and protect each other.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but
Vienna Rye, and I'm with Millions March NYC. Today we were uplifting Korryn Gaines, who was murdered by Baltimore Police Department. We exited Abolition Square, formerly known as City Hall Park, and we took the streets, went through Fulton Center, through Shake Shack, where we shut down Shake Shack. We essentially just shut down the streets all around Lower Manhattan.
We are here tonight. We are here tonight. Because while you are dying, black people are dying. Black people are dying. In the hands of the police.
Korryn Gaines is just the highlight of, what the police institution does, right? It literally is murdering, especially Black women, Black people, with their children in their laps. It's complete genocide, and it has to end.
My name is Jem Isaac. I want these protests to commemorate in history that Black, brown, and indigenous people did not lay down and allow oppression to just take over their lives. I want these protests to show the world and to show Africans in America, Africans in Africa, Africans in the Caribbean, Africans in Europe, that it is time to organize and mobilize for Black liberation.
Rest in power. Say our name. Say it louder. Say it louder. Say it louder.
Change is not going to happen because the dominant power structure decides they want to relent. It will not. That is the work that we have to continue to do. And whether that means we leave people behind in order to push forward, that's what we are going to do. No justice, no peace, because that's exactly what it means. If we don't get any justice, then there won't be any peace.
Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets?
That was Shannon Jones of Why Accountability. Baltimore County Police killed a 23-year-old African-American woman on August 1st after an armed standoff. Her name was Korryn Gaines. She was live streaming the standoff via Facebook before her account was shut down. Police say she'd pointed a shotgun at police. Her 5-year-old son was in the apartment with her and was injured by gunfire. Police were at Gaines' apartment to execute an arrest warrant related to a traffic violation earlier this year. Police have not said who fired the shot that injured Gaines' son. Police initially said they entered Korryn Gaines' apartment with a key obtained from her landlord, but court documents say police kicked down the door. And that's the latest that we have on her situation. Now, Charlene Carruthers, you wrote a piece about Korryn Gaines. What did you say?
Well, when I first learned about the execution of Korryn Gaines, it felt deeply personal. As a Black woman who wants to one day become a mother myself, I thought about how Korryn had to make a choice in that particular moment, a rare choice that most people never make. Lots of people romanticize taking up arms and self-defense and armed self-defense, but Korryn Gaines made the rare choice to defend herself and her son. And so for me, this is very clear that this is an issue of policing and an issue of reproductive injustice. And that if we're going to be serious about achieving Black liberation in this country, the issues of Black women and children have to be at the center, at the forefront, and not on the margins. And so, there's been so much speculation about Korryn Gaines and her life, people depicting her in popular tropes of being an aggressive black woman. And really what it does is says that there's something pathological about Korryn and about black mothers and about black women who decide not to be passive victims, and people who aren't perfect victims either. And so I wrote the piece to be in defense of black women, of Korryn Gaines and black children, and really to hope to serve as one more person adding to a national call to action to defend black women.